Osseo High School for Northwest Suburban Conference boys basketball as we wrap up January with a good matchup. The Totino-Grace Eagles, ranked #1 in Class 3A, taking on the Osseo Orioles. Hi, I'm Jay Wilcox along with Bart Inniger. And Bart, we don't have to look far to say how might these teams match up. They played about a week ago. Grace winning it by 6 on their home court.
Yeah, and when you get into Northwest Suburban Conference play, it doesn't matter what the records are. It could be 0-10, 10-0, and it's going to be a battle. And these two teams will be ready for each other again.
Totino-Grace coming off a loss in which they played the #1 team in Class 2A, Caledonia. Had a great first half, not as good in the second. They're looking to kind of erase that memory now.
Yeah, there's nothing that remotivates you more than a loss, and Coach Carroll talked about how they played extremely well in the first half, played a very poor second half, so he's hoping to have a consistent 2 halves of basketball tonight.
Let's look at key players, starting with Totino-Grace, and they've got talent all around, but Demarion Watson is one of the better players really in the Twin Cities.
Yeah, this is a kid that you love as a coach, because he is one of those types of kids that'll go through a brick wall for you and just ask if he can keep going through. 6'8", committed to Iowa State, can score, can defend, he can do so many things for this team, and he'll do whatever is necessary.
And for Osseo, they've got a veteran set of guards, and one of those who had a really nice game against Grace the first time, Tyrese Waits.
Yeah, 16 points, averaging 17 the last game. Great defender, and he's really done a nice job of distributing, getting guys involved, and then he's scoring when he needs to.
I think for these teams too, it's a nice chance to see about adjustments. You know, how do you do things the second time around when you see a team, because they may have that situation later when the playoffs roll around too.
Yeah, no question. I talked to Coach Tyson, and he talked about changing the tempo up both on the offensive and defensive end, slowing things up a little bit on the offensive end, taking more time, and on the defensive end, mixing it up just to try and change things up, and I'm sure Coach Carroll will make the same types of adjustments as well.
All right, it's Totino-Grace and Osseo. Boys basketball up next here on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
And welcome back here to Osseo High School inside the gym as we get set for battle here. Kind of a rare one Monday night. This one was actually rescheduled from very early in the season when both teams had some illness at that time. The third member of our crew this evening is Allie Mosley, and let's go over now to Allie.
Hey guys, it's not often that opponents get to play each other twice in 1 week, but as you mentioned, Jay, it was just 7 days ago these two teams last played each other, so you know they're fresh in each other's minds. So I asked both coaches, after watching game film, what is something that you want to bring differently into this one? Obviously Osseo wants to see a different outcome. So both coaches ironically said that they wanted to change and take away the tendencies from the other team. For Osseo, Coach Tyson said they absolutely have to focus on taking away Tayson Chapman's mid-range and three-point game, as well as not allowing Demarion Watson to catch and shoot, which is his bread and butter. Over for TG, Coach Carroll says he wants his defense to be more aware of their personnel, keeping Tyrese Waits and Bernardo Maria off their tendencies by getting stops and forcing turnovers. Coach Tyson said it's imperative to get off to a really strong start in this one, where Coach Carroll said, we know that Osseo plays so hard from start to finish, so they cannot let their foot off the gas pedal at any point during this game, guys.
Thanks, Allie. As we take a quick look at the starters, Chapman, Watson, Humphreys, Bath, and Lee, Omoria, Waits, Smith, Johnson, and Barhega. And Osseo will get first possession here as Waits into the front court. He's got Watson out checking him. Smith bringing it back over here to Waits. Chapman switching on to him, gets the up fake, and in traffic, bounces and drops for Tyrese Waits.
It's a great first possession for Osseo. Coach Tyson talked about how he wants to be very deliberate on offense, take time, make Totino play defense, keep the ball out of their hands.
And there's that catch and shoot three that they didn't want to give Watson. Chapman penetrated corner three for Watson.
And that's a great answer for Totino right there. Watson, the corner three right off the bat.
Amoria handling here, and he'll get it across now to Isaiah Johnson, who the sophomore has really had to step up with an injury in their lineup. Here's Trey Smith pulling up. That one's way off target, and rebound grab by Lee. Dumping it inside, Bath knocked away from him. It'll stay with the Eagles. Grace about as tall as a high school team you'll see around Minnesota. They go 6'4", 6'4", 6'8", 6'9", 6'10" in their starting five. Totino-Grace, we said they are ranked number 1 in Class 3A. They've got a few losses along the way, but most of those aren't from the teams in their class either. And a good win for them over Park Center not too long ago. We'll look more at that later on as well. But the Eagles certainly a team that is one of those that should be in the mix for the Class 3A title when the playoffs roll around. That's going to be a travel up top as shuffling him as he caught it was Smith. And in 4A, Osseo back in the poll at number 10. And you see Park Center and Shakopee up at the top, each recently suffering their first losses. But Osseo has played a very good schedule. They've played some tough teams. Haven't won them all, obviously, but they're in a pretty good spot here.
Both coaches do a great job of finding teams that they can compete against and make their teams better.
Oh, Orioles turn it over by Haig as he grabbed the rebound, was falling, and he tried to pass it to Waits, and tough one to handle in close there after Chapman missed that runner. Chapman, for a lot of people, you'd say that's a tough shot, but that's kind of what he's really good at.
Yeah, he's got great body control, just so fluid in his movement.
Misfires here, but there's Bath hitting the offensive glass for the Eagles. Lee will pop from 15. And no good there.
You talked about the length of Totino. That's going to be a key, is keeping them off the glass. Nice.
Whoa, and Trey Smith goes baseline and throws it down. 4-3 Osseo. Chapman, a little step back on the baseline, and that's good for 2. He is so smooth handling the ball. It's been fun to watch. He's just got a little better each year, too. And he's got a really nice all-around game, and he's got obviously great size. I mean, he's one of the top recruits in his class for sure, and it's easy to see why.
Yeah, just so many facets to his game, and like you said, he's just gotten better each year. Continues to add things to his game to make him that much more dangerous.
Here's a look at what Smith does as he attacked on the baseline. Thought he might run out of room to actually throw down there, but he got enough space to get up and get after it. So they'll change the call here and say it's out off of Grace. Osseo, Coach Tyson was telling me that they like to a lot of times do ball screens, but he said with Grace's ability to trap and their length, we might have to do less of that and spread the court out more so we don't dribble into doubles.
Yeah, that's a great strategy, because with Totino's size and physicality, if you go ball screen, they're just going to trap it and make it very, very difficult.
Amoria, quick trigger, but Chapman with that length out on him forced a tough shot. Pull up here, bounces and drops. Chapman getting the friendly roll on the visiting rim. He has 5, and the Eagles now lead 8-4.
Hits a couple in a row, and then he goes heat check on the next one, and he's rolling right now.
Hagar coming out to get. Now Moria, here's that double they throw on him, and it's knocked loose. Lee. Chapman open from the baseline. This time short with it, though. And out of there comes Amoria. He'll go ahead, and Oh, Watson with the block, but I guess he got a little body as well. And Isaiah Johnson will head to the free throw line. That kind of looked like sophomore against senior there. And yeah, there's some body contact, but it was a nice block up high. I'm not saying it was the wrong call, but I would be willing to have said that could have been a play on there too.
Yes, I agree with you.
Johnson's free throw, no good.
More than likely at the next level, Iowa State, they're not going to call that.
Even though he got his shot blocked, though, you give Johnson credit for taking it aggressively in there.
Yes, absolutely. Yep, you want to go in strong and challenge shot blockers and see what can happen.
Chapman picking it up, gets it to Bath down low. He's alone and he'll dunk. It was actually a little late on the pass, but the defender missed on the steal attempt.
Well, and that's if you're going to go for the steal, you better make sure that you're going to get it, because otherwise that's what's going to happen to you.
Amoria swinging it across to Waits.
And you talked about, TG and their length on the defensive side. They are so good on the perimeter. They can switch, as you see a nice basket by Amora. But they can switch, they can trap, they can do so many different things.
Another look at Bath. I think he was pleasantly surprised to see there was nobody there when he turned around, and he's going to finish that one strong.
Enjoy those easy baskets.
There's Stewart, the talented sophomore, in there now for the Eagles as they get a little smaller when he comes in, but they get a whole lot quicker too, number one. He's on Amoria. Tried to throw a double, he gets it to Waits. Nice shot fake there. Oh, he missed Johnson on the baseline, but instead they'll get a three the other way from Smith.
Yeah, he had two options on that pass, but decided to kick it out for the three and got it.
Here's Watson, a three from the left wing. Jaden Livingston giving him the assist there.
It's what's so demoralizing as a team. You work for a good shot down on your end and you get a three, and then boom, within 5 seconds you give up a three on the other end.
On the drive, ball lost. Bath up with it. Chapman pushing it the other way. Chapman open for a three, and you don't want to give him that as his third bucket. Two of them threes. They've already had four made threes, and it's 16-10, Totino-Grace.
Yeah, just so many different ways that they can score and beat you.
Haig at the baseline here. Tried to go inside. It was deflected, and Livingston up with it. And turnovers were a big problem for Osseo in the first meeting. There's Amoria, though, picking it back the other way. Waits, shot fake. He'll drive right into the teeth of the D, but he missed, and Chapman rebounds. Stewart lets it rip, and that's good for another three. And Tim Tyson, and I have to use a timeout. The Eagles up now 19-10. So you get a look at the flurry of threes.
And Chapman just, he's always in rhythm. I mean, there's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. He comes down and he is in rhythm, and then when he pushes ahead, that's why this team is so dangerous. So many weapons.
And there is a look at Coach Carroll there as building this program and team into one that definitely, I mean, you could see it last year, like they're on the brink of being a real strong contender. And I think this year, not much question about it, that they should be in the mix. And obviously, I mean, there's no sure things, but if they play as well as they're capable of, there are not a lot of teams, especially in 3A, that can beat them.
Correct, yeah. As you look at Coach Tyson, 20 years as the Osseo coach. A lot of respect for him.
Yeah, he was talking about the continuity of his staff, too. It's not just him, but Neil Swanson, Cullen DeVries, Royce Winford have been around for most of that time with him as well. And, talent levels have varied throughout the years. there have been times when they were up there winning state titles, and other times when they just haven't had quite as much talent, but they still coach their kids the same way. They play hard. You'd never have an easy night when you face an Osseo team.
Yeah, and that stems right from your head coach. Tyson he gets the most out of his players. He knows how to motivate them. He knows how to push and have the firm hand when he needs it and the soft hand when he needs it. And he's just done a great job over 20 years.
Owen Dukowitz in there now for Osseo, number 24. Also Ty Swanson, number 5. Good defense to cut off Amoria there. Orioles keep the ball moving, but Grace has done a nice job defensively, and that one poked away as they tried to feed the post to Barhega, and we'll get a tie-up. Held ball goes Totino-Grace's way. Eagles have also subbed in Tyler Wagner, number 10, a freshman.
So even though they turned it over there, that's the kind of possession that Coach Tyson was talking about. He wants to be real deliberate on offense, take their time, work for a really good shot so that Totino can't come down and just score within 5-10 seconds and build up a lead quickly.
Stewart, that nice idea, just a little off on the execution as they went pick and roll there, and Lee was open cutting to the hoop, but the pass was behind him. So Waits into the front court here. Osseo stuck on 10 for a while as they're down by 9 against Grace. Amoria is going to launch a long one, straight but short, and rebounded by Livingston. Livingston driving, had it knocked loose, then Lee had it knocked away. It will be Grace ball on an inbound baseline. As Nate Vincent, number 15, will check in here for the Orioles. Humphreys flashing out to the corner. Chapman and Watson both getting breathers right now for Grace. Here's Humphreys pulling up, and Dukowitz chases the rebound down for Osseo. Dukowitz putting it on the deck. Barhega spinning to the hoop, and yes, count it. First basket for him, and a good aggressive take there. Lee will pick up the foul.
Yeah, just got him on his hip. Nice little spin move. Fought right through the contact, and nice finish. They're going to need some more baskets like that out of him.
And Lee, in a way, was just kind of unlucky there. Barhega just brought the ball up from so low there that he kind of came under his arm. But it is a foul. Missed a free throw. And so it's 19-12. Chapman back in there handling for Grace. Bath has also come back in, and he'll shoot it up here from the baseline. Short with that one, and Vinson tracks it down. And they hand off there. That's what they want to be careful of, not putting yourself into a trap. And we'll get a foul call there on the drive.
Yeah, Totino has different coverages for who's handling the ball. They'll switch some, they'll trap some, and that's what makes it really, really difficult. And then you talk about their length all over the court. Tough to get through those passing lanes.
Thing is, they play pretty sound, just man-to-man defense too, though. A lot of teams that like to trap or are looking to get steals maybe are a little bit shaky on the actual fundamentals of defensive play, but doesn't seem to be the case with them.
Yeah, not a lot of just straight-up gambling. Oh, called a carry on Chapman.
Another look at this one. Probably not a call you're going to see made all that often.
Yeah, I've seen worse, but I'm not going to disagree with the officials.
Waits, drives and gets cut off. Solid D again there. Waits looking to attack, and it's going to be goaltending against Lee. Little floater there, and it was kind of borderline. I mean, he caught it near the top. Yeah, I think that is goaltending.
Yeah, on its way down.
Pretty impressive ability. I didn't remember ever having to really decide whether or not to let a shot go like that. That wasn't really a thing.
Nice to have somebody like that in the back line of defense too.
Although Bart wasn't bad for the mid-'80s in the summer league game. I did get called for goaltending.
Wow, so. Jay, I've got a newfound respect for you.
It was a play similar to that, where it was a little floater, and I was right underneath.
So here you see Osseo going a little zone, mix it up.
Watts in the miss, and Tim Tyson said that we're going to have to do that a little bit tonight. That, he said, I'm not generally a guy who likes zones, but at times, depending on your opponent, that might be something you have to do.
And it's not. I mean, it's a great strategy for them just to mix it up and give Totino some time to slow down. And
Johnson back out for Dukowitz, and he'll shoot it up and hit a 3. Owen Dukowitz, good football player, good senior leader for this team too. Comes off the bench, he'll bang inside a little bit, he can shoot a little bit. And Osseo's clawed back to within 19-17.
And a lot of people would say, well, Totino's such good shooters, why are you playing zone? Why are you going to go zone? But a lot of what it does, nice pass. Great pass.
Bath getting another dunk, Chapman the assist.
It just changes the tempo of the game, and it throws them, makes Totino have to pull back, slow down, gets them out of the rhythm a little bit. But obviously right there, a nice pass by Chapman.
Johnson to Barhega. Oh, and he hits the bottom of the rim with it, but he was fouled. There's a look at Dukowitz knocking that shot down. And then underneath, great pass.
Yeah. Obviously, you got to take away his shot. And then next thing is he can put it on the floor and drive. And then he's got that great vision.
Amoria checking back in for Osseo as Barhega makes the first free throw. And one more coming. And missed the second. Bath the rebound. Humphreys driving into the lane and then back out. It's been kind of interesting because if you're talking like pretty shots or style points, Grace would seem like they're ahead by more, yes. But you look at the scoreboard and it's only a 3-point game. Smith into the edge of the lane, down low. Barhega gets the layup.
Yeah, good recognition. Just got a seam there. Pulled that bottom defender up and was able to make the nice pass to Barhega.
Chapman's going to launch a long distance 3, and it's right on target. Seemingly effortless to get the ball there from that distance.
It's a great zone buster right there.
24-20 here as we approach 5 minutes to go. Smith kicking it to the corner. Vinson will shoot that up. It's a 2 on the line there, but Nate Vinson, the backup guard, getting his first bucket there for Osseo, and they're back within 2.
And again, falling back into that zone. Just mixed. Oh, and there you go. That's what they want out of it.
Amoria, the crossover, looking to attack, and then a little fader, and it's nice. Second bucket for Bernard Amoria. We're tied at 24. Here's a lob down low, in and out for Watson. He'll go again with it. No good. There's Batho grabbing it again. Knocked away from him, and the officials will confer. I think it's going to be Grace ball. Osseo with Evan Johnson, the big senior, coming in as you get another look at that one. You can see why they maybe were at least asking, was it off him, but going to keep it with the Eagles. Stewart will bring it to Chapman. Around it comes Humphreys. Too strong with that one, tip loose, and there's Johnson with the rebound for Osseo. Smith putting it on the deck here. And then Johnson traveled. I think he was a little bit unsure what he was going to do there.
Well, the previous two possessions, the penetration is what's gotten Osseo those easy baskets. And good idea there, trying to penetrate and draw another defender and kick it out. Just ended up traveling in the process.
Open look here, and there's Jaden Livingston knocking down a three for Grace. They'd be a pretty good team even if they didn't shoot the three that well. But when they add that in, oh yes. My. Isaiah Johnson will kick it over to Waits. Waits, that's a tough one. Watson got a piece of it. Now they throw ahead to Watson. Demarion Watson is fouled. Amoria didn't want to give up a layup there, and he almost got it up and in anyway. Amoria will be called for the foul.
I think that's the kind of shot Coach Tyson doesn't really want to have happen, especially then if it turns into a break opportunity for Totino.
There's Watson hitting the free throw, and especially with such a tall defender on you like that too. If you're wide open from there, that might not be a bad shot, but with a defender with that kind of length in your face, it's a whole different world.
Yeah, absolutely. That's
Marcus Ambrose there coming in, 25 for Osseo. So Watson missing the second one, and it's a 4-point game. Waits, a little hesitation, but the D gets there. Smith back out. Amoria knocks it down.
And that's exactly what they need to look to do. Just work the ball, find a seam, penetrate, kick. Give yourself that extra second to get a really good look off.
Here's Chapman, another long one, and ring it up. Oh my. His fourth three of the half. He has 14 points.
I just looked over at Coach Tyson and he had a big smile on his face. I mean, what do you do? He's out at the volleyball line. And
the thing to me, though, is none of those look in any way lucky or anything like that. Like, oh, he's just hot. He's just that good. Here's Watson. Oh, boy, Watson. The little Euro step and hammer.
And that's how it can change so quickly. 5 points just like that.
Waits put it up in traffic, no good, and we get a big scramble for it here. And a held ball.
So great job, Tyson Chapman with the deflection, and then there you say the Euro step and just, length and strength, and finishes with the flush.
Waits will inbound here for Osseo. there might
Somebody's
be
got
some blood. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. There's.
Everybody looking around.
Yeah,
I don't know where it's
asking
come
the
from.
bench to check their hands. And
Waits having trouble getting it in. Out to Amoria. Just barely got that done. Amoria banging off the defender. Now Waits.
nice.
Fakes the pass and lays it high off the glass and in.
Good, just great body control. Nice little pass fake there to get the defender, the outside defender off, and nice finish.
Yeah, for this conference and 4A teams, about as experienced as a guard pair as you'll find with Waits and Amoria. Down low to Barhaga, and he lays it in.
Yep, they're using the ball screen well at times, and the penetration right now is really hurting Totino.
Here's Bath at the edge of the lane. He'll kick it across. Humphreys lining up a three. That's no good. And Watson wins the battle for the rebound. Now a step back three, no good. And there's Humphreys going after it. Down low, Bath missed but was fouled. That's only the second foul on Osseo. I was going to say they're pretty well letting him play tonight. I mean,
yes.
I actually like the way the game's been officiated for the most part. I mean, again, you're not going to love every single call, but I think they've let him play for the most part here. Bath short with that free throw. Isaiah Johnson in, Barhaga out for Osseo. Bath knocks down the second free throw there for the Eagles, and their lead is back to 3 now as we're approaching a half minute to go in the first half. Very good ball game here so far. Amoria comes out to get it here. See if they're going to try and take the last shot of the half. I think in an ideal world that would be the case, but you never know. Poked away though by Humphreys. Here's Bath. Double dribble.
Yeah, I saw what it looked like right when he got it. He grabbed it with 2 hands and then put it down. And good call by the official right on top of that one. Now for sure they'll go for a long
yes,
shot.
I think that's a safe bet. Here's Waits hitting the front court with about 9 seconds to go. A high screen from Isaiah Johnson. Amoria wants that long one from the left side. No, but he was fouled. And he'll shoot 3 free throws with no time on the clock as Livingston ran into him trying to contest. And so Amoria will be at the line all by himself with a chance to tie the game with 3 free throws upcoming. The officials are discussing that the board now says 0. So he's kind of conferring and making sure that this got off in time. The other thing is there a possibility it was after the shot, but it looks like no. I'm going to call it on in the act of shooting. First free throw, good. Second free throw, also good. And Amoria now for a chance to tie it up. I'm sure he was thinking I'm going to hit a big 3 to tie it.
Right.
But 3 free throws he'll take. And now they're discussing. I think it might be whether this is, but isn't it too late now to
right.
change your mind on that? Whether this.
And if they were going with after the shot, I don't know what. Oh, they're putting more time back on, 0.1. Okay. Because I was going to say, if they were going after the shot, it would have been ball out of bounds because we're not in the bonus.
Right.
And
yeah.
put their added .1 back on the clock, so that's why they brought everybody back out.
So Moria gets interrupted a little bit, but we'll see if he can stick with it and make it. No, he does not, and Bath the rebound. So we will come to halftime with a very entertaining and interesting first half. And the Eagles clinging to a 1-point lead here over the Orioles. There were a couple times when it looked like they were going to pull away, but Osseo keeps on clawing right back and battling their way back into it. So good, entertaining first half of basketball. Let's go over to Allie now with Coach Carroll.
Coach, such a high-octane first half. Aside from being so hot at the arc, what do you want to bring into the second half offensively that you liked in the first?
We just got to get more stops so that we can push and transition more. We're spending too much time playing 5-on-5. Obviously, it's great that guys are knocking down shots. We would like to just increase the pace of the game more by getting a couple more stops so we can get out and transition.
When you go address the team at half, you're going to acknowledge the fact that Osseo is not giving up. They are pushing that pressure. What do you guys want to do defensively to kind of create forcing those stops?
Yeah, I mean, I think, again, like we talked about pregame, I think it's just focusing on player tendencies, knowing what guys want to do and kind of taking them out of some of those comfort zones. But our guys are doing a good job, and in credit to them, they're making a bunch of tough shots. So part of it's just sticking with, what we had intended to do originally and seeing if we can, follow through for the second half.
Appreciate your time, Coach. Guys.
Thanks, Allie, and thanks to Coach Nick Carroll as his team leading at 34-33 at halftime of this one from Osseo. We'll have first half stats and highlights, and then hear from Coach Tyson as well here. You're watching Boys Hoops on CCX. Welcome back here. Monday Night Basketball. Last night of January here for 2022, and it's Totino-Grace leading Osseo 34-33 at halftime as we check out some first half highlights. Really a good first half of basketball here. A lot of different plays in different ways here as you see Trey Smith driving baseline and dunking there for Osseo. And then a three knocked down. Here's a little drive and dish, and Barhaga gets the layup to go for the Orioles from the Smith feed. And then inside to Bath. Defender went for the steal, didn't get it, and Bath flushes it home. And then he gets another dunk there off a great assist from Tayson Chapman. And then Chapman was just unbelievable, hitting those long threes. 4 of them in the first half for Tayson Chapman. And just smooth, calm. Great passer, great defender, great shooter, a little bit of everything there. As you can look at the scoring leaders, Chapman at 14, Watson with 9, and Bath with 5 for Grace. Omoria had 9 points, Barhaga with 7, and Tyrese Waits had 3 field goals for 6 points for the Orioles. Let's look at some of the games that Totino-Grace has had key games along the way against some of their tougher opponents, and obviously, again, didn't win them all. They played good teams from other states as well. Lost to Whitney Young out of Illinois and Corona Centennial, California, and Menominee Falls. And then a big win over Park Center, big win over Cretin. Those are 2 quality wins in the same week. And then just as we said Saturday, it was interesting. Coach Carroll said probably our best first half of the year and our worst second half in that Caledonia game. Here's Osseo, some of the key games they've had. Nice win right away to start the year against Edina, and close loss to Hopkins. Wayzata kind of took it to him a little bit there and beat a good Minnetonka team 85-75. They played with Park Center early, but then ended up losing by 15. And then, of course, that most recent loss against Totino-Grace. But Osseo, you can see, I mean, they're a little bit short-handed, but they're still a good ball team, and especially with, the quality senior guards they have. they're able to do a lot of things and keep them in games, and they play well as a unit too.
They do, and like you said, they with good guard play, you can do a lot of things. And Waits and Umuria are, they're leading them by example, making big shots, finding open players, and that's going to be key for them as they make a run into sections and state.
We'll take a quick timeout and come back with our second half of basketball up next year. Grace leading Osseo by 1 on CCX.
CCX Media is the first place you go for local news and sports. But did you know you can sign up for those stories to go straight to your inbox on our website? Simply go to ccxmedia.org. Click on the subscribe button, and from there choose which notifications you want to receive. Then we'll send your favorite CCX Media news, sports, and city events straight to your inbox. Sign up now at ccxmedia.org.
Welcome back. Let's go to Allie with Coach Tyson.
Coach, if you take away even some of TG's perimeter game, this is a different score. What did you address at half to change that?
Well, I think both teams are stepping up and hitting shots right now, and credit Chapman for hitting some big threes against our zone. We got off to a bad start. They were up 19-10. We went to a zone, kind of slowed things down a little bit. Kind of paid off for us. So we got to hopefully continue to take some things away from them. We're taking away some of their inside game, allowing some other opportunities there.
There is no quit in your team. What do you guys need to do offensively to start to separate yourself in the second, take down the #1 team in 3A?
Sure, we got to keep the spacing the floor here. We can't bring 2 guys to the area. They double team better than anybody. So keep seeing us kind of space the floor here.
Thanks for your time, Coach.
Thank you.
Guys.
Thanks, Coach. And we were joking with Tim before the game. He's about as calm as anybody with not being overly concerned if he has, talking to us at halftime and things he said. That's why I've got veteran assistants there. Nobody's going to panic. They know they're okay if I'm not in the huddle right away.
Yeah, great coaching demeanor, and I'm, like you said earlier, he's got a very veteran staff who's been with him for a while, and Coach Tyson is having a good time, which he should. Fun game.
Chapman this time gets in a little closer for a 14-footer, and he can make that too as he buries it. He has 16. Waits keeps the dribble alive here now, Amoria. Smith with Bath coming out on him. Isaiah Johnson looking to attack from the top. Amoria gets Chapman in the air, tried to draw a foul, and he'll get it. As Chapman got caught a little off balance there, and Amoria, he almost avoided him entirely. Chapman obviously knew what was coming there, but he'll end up being called for the foul, and Amoria will shoot.
Just, nice little pump fake. Get him up in the air, and TG is very disciplined on defense. You don't see them leave their feet too often in situations like that, so credit Osseo for taking advantage of it.
Amoria into double figures with that free throw. And second one also good, so he has 11. And it's a 1-point game at 36-35 Grace. Chapman a crossover, pull up 3, this time missed it. Smith turning the corner and missed it inside. Battle for the rebound ultimately comes out to Johnson of Osseo. Picked up the dribble though, and Chapman almost had a steal.
A great drive by Smith, just got a little out of balance on that shot and missed it, but credit Osseo for going after the offensive rebound and giving themselves another possession.
Memoria driving it into the lane, shovels it over. Barhega had it blocked. Great setup, but he didn't really go up strong with that one and got it denied. Bath into the lane. He'll spin and shoot. He was fouled by Isaiah Johnson.
There's that advantage of length right there. Bath just nice. Couldn't get the shot off on the first one. Just a nice spin, and with his length was a little piece of the arm from Johnson.
Yeah, Johnson actually read what he was going to do pretty well, but instead of getting up high enough to contest the ball, he hit him right on the forearm. Second free throw good for Bath. He has 6 points. Eagles by 2 early in the second half here at Osseo. Second meeting in a week for the Orioles and Eagles. Jabbed away from Barhega, and it's going to be out off of Grace. Almost a turnover, and there again Barhega kind of leaning back on his tiptoes. You got to be really strong with the ball there.
Yeah, just quick hands by Totino, and you got to anticipate that.
And that'll be Grace ball. Moria, I think, was trying to sell that he was fouled there, but he didn't really reach for the ball. Chapman gets a screen there from Lee as he comes into the front court. Got it over to Watson, but short. Humphreys had it knocked away, and let's see, it'll be Osseo ball. So Trey Smith will inbound here for the Orioles, a chance to tie or go ahead with a 3. Waits, this time Bath switching out on him. I think Waits wants to drive on him. Drive and kick, Isaiah Johnson, an open look, it spins in and out. Nice offensive board though, Smith puts it back.
That was great recognition there. You want it, if they're gonna switch constantly like that, you want to try and find a matchup that benefits your team, which they did. And then they took advantage of it on a little drive and kick. They didn't get the shot, but good offensive board as Watson drains a 3.
Just a little handoff there off the high screen action, and Watson kind of has it ready for firing at all times there when he catches that ball. See, here's Smith really getting to the board nicely, and it's not an easy job to get rebounds against Grace. He did a nice bit of work there. And there's Waits getting caught going behind that screen. Kind of just like a natural pick with that handoff.
Yeah, you definitely do not want to go under a screen against TG.
Nine made threes for the Eagles in this game, and that's I mean, that's a pretty good output for a whole game, and we're just barely into the second half.
Yeah, if you can get to 10 threes in a game, you're pretty happy with that as a coach. And to have 9 with 15 minutes left in the second half, you're in pretty good shape.
And I don't know that really any of them are ones that you thought like, well, I was kind of lucky or anything. I mean, that's part of their game. They're good at it.
So this is a matchup that you want. I'm not saying Bass a poor defensive player, but that's the kind of matchup you want, and then he turns it over. That's
Chapman the steal. Here's Lee to Bath. Third jam of the game for Bath.
And that's what will really kill Osseo is if they turn it over and it turns into an easy basket for Totino. Got to limit the turnovers.
Waits, drops it off, and Johnson missed it. And a big battle for the rebound. We'll get a tie-up. Yeah, and you're right. And for Osseo, too, they have to fight the tendency to say, we have to answer immediately.
Correct.
And fire up a shot.
Yes, no question. Here's the break. Nice. Good recognition by Lee, knowing he's got Bath running the court with him, and just quick little dump pass, and Bath finishes with the dunk.
Barhega receiving the inbound here. Kind of a crucial time for Osseo. They're down 5 after they fought back to tie it up. Amoria lets it rip. No good there. Tip try won't go. And Bath out of there with it.
Not the worst shot in the world, but like you said earlier, with a hand in your face, makes it a little bit more difficult.
Chapman missing there. Amoria will shoot it from the wing, and it is good for 3. And that's the thing for Osseo. You want to get good shots, you want to work the ball, but you also have to have some freedom for, especially Amoria and Waits, to feel free that they can take some of those kind of shots. And there's Watson, though, with the immediate answer.
Yeah, Amoria, Watts, or Waits, excuse me, and Smith all, pretty much have the green light to shoot. I think Tyson just doesn't want them to shoot it with a hand in the face and that kind of pressure. So if they can get shots off, like that quick one pass down and that 3 for Amoria there, that's the type of things that he will really look for. Because if you miss, chances are Totino's getting the board and they're off to the races, and you just don't want them scoring quick.
Now, they're a pretty good half-court team, but when they're able to mix that in with some 2-on-1s and that kind of thing, then they are kind of unstoppable.
Well, and it rifles up the score real quick, and Osseo just doesn't have the kind of firepower to match that. You do not want a game in the 80s with Totino.
Waits getting it off to Amoria. High screen from Barhega, in and out. Barhega goes after it and puts it back.
Great aggressiveness by Barhega. He's gonna need to do that a few more times here if they want to upset this team.
Chapman whipping it over to Humphreys. Kicks it over. There's an open look for Watson. Oh my.
It's a shooting clinic.
I'll tell you how many, he reminds you of like the stopper in baseball. How many, every time they get close,
yes,
he just calmly knocks down a 3.
Yep.
It's not just how many baskets he has, but when they've come. Amoria floating it over. Barhega fakes and then is blocked. They'll get it back though. Waits. Kicking over. Amoria in and out. And Watson the board.
It's a right play, though. Great play, good decision.
Chapman, little stutter step baseline drive and lays it in. Not just a shooter.
It's just so difficult. You know, obviously you got to step out and take away the shot, and then he's so capable of putting it on the floor and attacking.
Lee will be called for the bump out high. Subs coming in for both sides here as Bath and Livingston will return for Grace. Isaiah Johnson coming back in for Osseo. And Smith as well. Dukowitz will inbound. Osseo down by 8. Waits a crossover and he'll shoot that 3. It spins in and out.
Another good shot. That's the type of shots that you want to get. You got Waits coming in on a 3, and then you got a quick turnover, so that'll help Osseo here try and chip into this lead.
Chapman, good idea. They just couldn't quite connect on the pass. Bath got one hand on it, but couldn't reel it in. Nick Carroll asking for more defensive intensity here. Omoria is bumped by Chapman. His third. Waits is going to get a little breather as Ty Swanson will come in. And I think it is going to be just a little breather. They can't have Omoria or Waits out very much tonight.
Yeah.
Swanson to the corner. Smith. Baseline drive, reverse for Isaiah Johnson, but wouldn't roll. And these are some of the kind of shots that were going for them in the first half that haven't been lately here. Chapman stutter step and then kicks it back out. Livingston a step back three, no. And tipped over to Smith. Dukowicz getting it out on the wing, and now Swanson. Dukowicz will shoot it up off the handout for the short. Now they throw ahead toward Bath, but Dukowicz gets back. And Omoria was held by Livingston. Actually not a bad foul there. I think Omoria was going to have an open look. Humphreys and Lee will check back in here for Grace. And Waits will come back in for Osseo. Waits into the lane and hits. Nice move.
After a stretch of not getting anything to fall, that's a big basket for Osseo.
Humphreys, they look toward Lee inside. Now they will punch it in there. Here's Lee looking to attack. Whoa. And he was met there and the ball gets stuck. So that's actually a jump ball. As Trey Smith got up to contest that one. I don't know if I'd really say he blocked it, but he at least bothered it enough to. Yeah, he got a piece of it. Yeah. Then they go right into Lee, and he puts it in. Nice recognition there by the Eagles. So an 8-point lead now for Grace again. Swanson throwing it down, baseline cut, and Johnson lays it in.
Very nice. Good body control, tough angle, and he had a kick out if he wanted to, but good recognition there to finish.
Inside to Bath. Spins to the baseline. No, the tip by Lee wouldn't go. And there's Omoria in the crowd to get it. Osseo down by 6. Oh, and there's Livingston. Just about had the steal there, and Osseo right there, the reminder, you got to come meet that. Vinson will check in, and now it's Omoria getting a little bit of a breather. This is not a game where there's much coasting going on. You're going hard all the time on offense and D, and we're seeing even some of the best players are needing a little breather here and there. Waits spinning, had it knocked away. It'll stay with Osseo.
Well, you just wonder with that constant pressure with those Osseo guards how much it'll take its toll coming down the stretch.
It's an underrated part of playing good D. It isn't all just about steals.
No.
Back out Swanson. And a little bit of a stumble there on the D, but we'll get it over to Vinson, and now up top to Smith. Waits turning the corner and was fouled, I think, by Stewart. I think Amoria and Waits, their eyes kind of light up when they get a smaller guard on them because the starting guards are so big for Grace that Stewart is a really good player, as is Livingston, but I think they say, okay, here's somebody more my size.
Yeah.
The lob and
got that and won.
Wow, nice concentration by Isaiah Johnson to finish that one. And he'll get it to drop. Foul went against Lee, which will be his 4th.
Just a good jab step, get the defender going after the fake, and a little backdoor cut, nice lob, and chance for a three-point play.
Johnson's free throw good. Orioles back to within 3 now. Every time you start thinking Grace is going to put them away, here they come again. Lee had it knocked loose and stolen by Smith. Ooh, dangerous one there. They got it over to Waits. And a reach-in foul. Foul call went against Stewart, who was not the defender originally. He was, a help defender coming over. Number 1 picks up that foul, so it is bonus time now, and Tyrese Waits to the line. 8 minutes exactly remaining in the contest, and Osseo down by 3.
Well, this is big for Osseo to be in the bonus with 8 minutes left.
And you know how many fouls Osseo has?
One.
Yeah,
so, both sides of it play well for Osseo right now. They can be a little bit more aggressive on defense, and then if they attack on offense, pick up a second.
Waits reached in there.
Now on the offensive end, if you draw a foul, get some guys in foul trouble, get to the line, clock stop. Just plays more into Osseo's hand right now.
Humphreys driving and now out to Chapman. Got a couple buckets this half, but not nearly as prolific as he was in the first. Chapman coming out to get it here. Driving it down the lane, scoops it up, no. And tip loose to Waits, 3-on-1. Waits drops it off, and they'll go back out to Swanson. Watson did a good job contesting and took away a layup attempt anyway there, although Osseo, I'm sure, was saying we should get a hoop out of that no matter what. To the baseline, Johnson for the dunk. We are tied up at 52. Isaiah Johnson hammering it home.
Well, not only they tie it up, but with a dunk, it gets the crowd into it, gets the bench into it. A lot of energy going for Osseo.
Chapman dribbled the ball on the end line, so a turnover, and it will be Osseo ball. Keep the ball swinging there, and Watson gambled, didn't get it. And Johnson knew what to do with it.
Yeah, good quick reversal. And a little bit of a gamble that didn't pay off, and Johnson finishes.
Yeah, and that's what, when a team's pressuring you, even a quick team, the ball should be able to move faster than they can get there, and that's what we saw there.
Absolutely, yeah. Yeah, coaches talk about spacing and reversing the ball, and that right there is a textbook on how you get an easy basket out of it.
Osseo, a chance to take the lead. Waits, tough shot, he hits it, plus a foul. Wow, I thought that was not really a good shot to take, but instead it might be a 4-point play. And it also is the 5th foul on Lee. I didn't think there was much chance he was even going to get this shot up.
Well, you got a 6'10" defender on you and a little step back, but that's the thing with momentum. You know, Osseo's got it right now, and they are feeling it. Crowd's into it. Great atmosphere right now for Osseo.
Free throw is good, so a 4-point play for Waits breaks the tie. Orioles 56, Eagles 52. Barhaga is going to come in for Smith now for the Orioles. Dukowicz back in there as well.
That'll probably be Smith's last rest for the rest of the game.
And swinging it across, Humphreys. First adversity the Eagles have seen in a while. Here's Watson short with that one. Amoria the rebound.
Now Osseo can really, like Coach Tyson talked about, just work the ball, take your time, get a good shot every time down the floor, make Totino play defense. Oh, we got an illegal screen or on Dukowicz.
Dukowicz picking up his first. And a lot of coaches will tell you that that's the other guy's fault, that he didn't set him up well enough if he had to move. But I didn't actually see it exactly. But here's Bath from the top. No good. Nice rebound, though, grabbed by Stewart. Stewart has a little room in the lane and travel. His pivot foot slipped.
Had the right move, right idea, just foot slid a little bit. He saw Bath coming in. And
so Osseo by 4. They've trailed almost all game, but a big 4-point play by Tyrese Waits. Fouled on a 3-pointer over a 6'10" Johnny Lee. Amoria back across. Now Waits. Johnson will give it to Amoria. Thought about it there.
Yes, he
did. One of the Eagles, you'd think he might shoot that ball. 4.5 to play. Osseo by 4. Dukowicz, into some trouble. Got it over toward Barhaga. And let's see, it's going to be out of bounds off of Grace as they tried to save it there.
Dodged a bullet there.
That's the thing with your Osseo. You can't afford to be, wait too much and not be aggressive at all.
Yeah, it's a delicate balance of taking time off the clock, being deliberate, but not being so deliberate that you lose aggressiveness. And
Barhaga and Bath before the inbound, bumping and getting into each other a little bit there. Barhaga picks up the dribble way out high, and I think a timeout. Yeah, Coach Tyson recognized his guy was in some trouble there. I'll tell you another thing that is important about a game like this is you learn to keep your cool in those kind of spots for both teams. I mean, getting a technical now or getting a retaliation foul can really hurt your team. You have to keep your head.
Yeah, things can swing real quickly in a game like this, so you want to make sure that, yes, you're keeping your head, you're just playing solid, not trying to do anything out of your ability level. And good timeout by Coach Tyson.
Got some more games coming up here. Another busy week here as we get into February. And again, we're going to be seeing this Osseo team again. They'll make that long journey over to Maple Grove on Wednesday night for more boys basketball. And then we've got some wrestling action with Champlain Park, Maple Grove on Thursday. Girls hoops, Champlain Park, Coon Rapids on Friday. And then coming up on next Monday, it'll be Park Center and Osseo. So some good action coming up here, and thanks for watching this one here tonight. It's been a great ball game here, Bart.
This is a lot of fun. This is, Northwest Suburban Conference basketball at its finest right here. Two well-coached teams playing at a high level, and some great plays, some great individual things happening, and some great team basketball.
Osseo will inbound there, up by 4. Again, they have trailed for most of the night. And a big 4-point play by Tyrese Waits put them into the lead. Moria cut off, back out to Waits.
We talk about Osseo being deliberate, but part of that is Totino's play. I mean, they're solid right now. There's not a lot of lanes.
Waits tried to shovel it over, taken away. Dukowitz getting it back to Waits. Watson with the block. But then Humphreys threw it in between Watson's legs. And Osseo will get a little bit of a break there as they turn it over, or actually had a shot blocked, but then Eagles turn it over. And I'm going to point out, Bart, a shot clock has been voted in,
yes.
but we don't have it yet.
No.
So they can take as much time as they can.
Yeah, so situations like this will not happen in the future. Osseo would not be able to do this.
Humphreys reached in and commits the foul. And Dukowitz will head to the free throw line. Dukowitz 1-1, and he hits. His 4th point of the night. One more coming. Osseo 57-52. Maybe that was Owen, I'm not sure. That picture is a little big and hard to tell, but second free throw good. So Osseo putting together a run to go up now by 6. Eagles maybe feeling a little bit of pressure for the first time all night probably. Chapman pulls the trigger, block the foul. Isaiah Johnson, and it'll be 3 free throws for Chapman. Dukowitz settling Johnson down there.
So you see Totino coming down. We got 2 high screens there for Chapman coming off. Go to your best player and give him a look, and misses the first free throw.
See if we can see it from this other angle, as Johnson thought he had basketball, but second one is good, and again a 3-shot foul there, so Chapman getting 1 more.
Free throws are going to be key down the stretch here.
And he makes 2 out of 3. So the Eagles now to within 4. Eagles take a timeout as they'll look to get set up defensively here, and presumably coming with not only pressure, but maybe something a little different pressure-wise here. They're looking to force an immediate turnover if possible.
They did a couple of minutes ago, went some full court. Obviously, they've got the ability to do that and put tons of pressure on.
And it's interesting too, because I think a lot of times you don't want to dribble too much, you want to throw the ball over, but against a team with this kind of height, those are the passes that become very dangerous. I'd almost want the ball to be dribbled more by Waits or Amoria.
Yeah, direct passes, no lobs. You lob it against this team and it's as good as picked off.
Keep in mind they can run the baseline here too, so you're not just having to throw over a really tall player right away.
Well, and with Lee out, not that it shortens them hugely, but it does make them a little bit smaller. But I think then defensively it gives them the opportunity to switch everything. You're not really going to have too big of mismatches there, so you can just switch everything and be aggressive that way. So
Keep in mind, Osseo is will be in the double bonus from here on out. Meanwhile, the Orioles themselves have only committed 4 fouls still. They will not contest the inbound, but they throw an immediate trap. And Amoria is going to throw it over the top to Waits. Waits, maybe got bailed out a little. He was off balance. And Bath will be called for the foul. I don't like the odds that that shot was going to go in. Waits seemed like he was stumbling. They might have gotten lucky a little bit there.
I do like the aggressiveness of going and attacking the basket, but yeah, I don't have to make the call. I can just complain about it.
Waits' free throw is good. Free throw is very key down the stretch, obviously here. Makes a pair, and it's a 6-point lead again for Osseo, approaching 3 minutes on the clock.
There's that double screen again, but quick foul, which isn't the worst thing right now for Osseo. No bonus, just does stop the clock, and that's something that you don't want.
Wade's saying that Chapman was hooking me. High pick and roll, Chapman into the lane, and it spins out. And let's see, what do we got? A jump ball. The Osseo ball. Dukowitz back to Barhaga. Now they'll get it in the middle to Amoria. Waits down the lane, tough shot, and then he was fouled getting it back. Probably not the shot they wanted, but when you go back and that hard for the rebound, then you can get away with that maybe. And Waits will go to the free throw line. Humphreys fouled him.
Yeah, it was the right drive. And I don't know if he lost it on the way up. It just didn't look like it came out clean. But great job getting his own rebound as he misses the first one.
Yeah, he had made 3 in a row at the line prior to that one. Waits another opportunity here. Try to make it a 3-possession game here. They're up 6. Gets 1 out of 2. 61-54. Osseo trying to knock off Totino-Grace here after trailing for most of the game. Bath turns and fire. That one's way off. And we'll get another tie-up, and it'll be Grace's ball this time, of course, after Osseo got the last one a moment ago. Osseo probably wishing they had secured that rebound because that was a brick.
Oh, yeah, that came off hard, and it was one of those tough, how do you read it?
Chapman step back 3 and he hits.
That's where you need a player like that. Best player stepping up big with a big 3.
Waits across to Amoria. They've got to beat that 10 count. Timeout? Yes. Osseo gets the timeout. Look at some of the highlights from throughout the game as Bath getting a dunk inside. Watson was on fire earlier. He's been quieter of late, and same Chapman hasn't made quite as many, but he's still been playing very well, of course. And there's a nice lob and one for Isaiah Johnson. And here is Johnson getting it on the baseline drive there. And here's probably the biggest play of the game right there. Waits makes a 3, gets fouled, makes the free throw. It was tied at that point, and it also was the 5th foul on Lee. So you couldn't have asked for much more on that play if you were Osseo.
And they've done just enough to maintain that lead and a little bit of a cushion here.
And they're going to throw over the top to Amoria. His layup is good. Nice inbound play there for Osseo. And the lead is back to 6.
This is where Totino doesn't have to rush.
Chapman, a very tough fadeaway. And Dukowitz up for the rebound, and he was fouled. Watson will be called for the foul. Dukowitz to the free throw line. 1:54 to go.
I know he could probably hit 50% of those. That's a tough shot, though. Very tough.
So Dukowitz, his team huddling with their coach. He'll be alone at the line here, and no good.
Just a lot of time for Totino. They've come down and they seem to be in a rush a little bit here, trying to score quickly, and they don't need to do that. They can, with 2 minutes left, you got plenty of time to get a good one, knock something down, and then pick up full court and put some pressure on.
The lead is 7. Stewart. Watson from the baseline. It spins around and drops. Another three for Demarion Watson. He has 6 threes in the game. 21 points total, and it's back to a 4-point contest. Nice little drive and kick there by the sophomore Stewart. And it's never really a bad option to get a corner three out of Watson. Reasonably decent defense too, but
yeah, he had a hand up, and just a much better possession for Totino that time. More fluidity to the offense, and good corner three with one of your best players, leading scorers, and down 4, and you got a chance to pick up full court and get a quick steal, see if you can get another basket and cut into this lead.
Again, these are the type of situations that you can do it in practice, but it's not quite the same as, I think it helps both teams for when they get ready for playoff time to have been through a game like this. And it kind of lends to what you said too, that there's more time than you realize. You've got some opportunities to make plays still, and you don't have to do all of a sudden do things a lot different than you've been doing all night.
Right. Well, if Mahomes needs 13 seconds, a minute 38's an eternity.
Oh, Barhega just getting it into Waits. Ooh, looked like he might have walked there. Got it over to Amoria. And they'll take the foul against Dukowitz there. Dukowitz has made 3 of 4 here in the second half, but they want to make him prove it a little bit, I think, as Watson called for the foul.
I like that too. I think some teams wait too long to start fouling, and with the offensive firepower that Totino has, I think it's a great strategy to foul quickly so that way you can get down and score.
Yeah, the more possessions, the better down the stretch for them.
Absolutely.
Especially if they can trade 3 for 2 sometimes, or 3 for 1.
Yeah.
Dukowitz gets 1 out of 2. It's a 5-point game. Watson looking to get free. Dukowitz stayed with him, and that one's short. Dukowitz tracks it down and then was fouled. The Eagles thought it was a jump ball, but they said they had some arm first. Humphreys will pick up his 3rd. Look at this one as Dukowitz grabbing it, and
it's tough. I mean, I can see either way, held ball, foul.
And short with that one. Dukowitz again gets 1 out of 2. 66-60. This is the score in reverse from what the final was last week. Chapman, a crossover, fires, and he hits a three.
Good balance shot. You know, made a nice crossover move to create space. Knocks it down.
Under a minute now. 3-point lead for Osseo. Waits, throwing it up. Humphreys the steal. Now Bath thought about it. He's going to bring it back out. Down the lane goes Humphreys. He was fouled. See if this will be a two-shot foul or on the drive here. It's not bonus time just yet. It will be two shots.
There's that, you know, like we talked about, you do not want to lob the ball against this team. They're just too long, too quick. And Osseo ends up turning it over, and Totino at the free throw line.
Humphreys has not scored tonight. 45 seconds to go, and he's got 2 free throws. Short. Key rebound here if he does miss too.
Yeah.
Bath and Watson are tough to keep off the glass. It's the second one to go. 2-point game now, 66-64.
Now they leave the inbounder. Oh, nice pass.
Ahead to Waits. Blocked by Chapman. Follow-up no good.
Somebody's shoe came off.
Here comes Chapman the other way. To the corner.
One defender. Oh, they had an advantage there.
Waits was very late coming back. Chapman fires. No. Tip loose and run down there by Stewart. Under 20 to go, and it's travel.
Just seemed like that whole possession, they were just rushed. They were just in a rush. And they had plenty of time. Plenty of time.
Timeout here taken by Osseo. A wild sequence there. Osseo looked like they were going to get a layup trying to beat the press, but unable to get it to go. Another look as Dukewood throwing it ahead.
Love the pass. Great defensive play by Chapman. Yeah.
I don't know how Barhega, if he got off balance or what.
Yeah.
It looked like he should have been able to lay that one in.
Well, and then on this possession, Waits was putting his shoe on her, lost his shoe. They had an advantage. You see him come running in late. So they could have possibly gotten a layup out of that and I don't know if they just didn't recognize it. And then you see the travel there. But these are the type of situations for both teams that you want to be in. This is how you learn, this is how you get better, and this is a section game right here. This is as what it's going to be like in the section. Things get tight, and you've got to be able to relax, compose yourself, work for the good shot, get the defensive stop. So this is great for both teams.
And for both teams right now, and especially Osseo, got to be sure with every pass. Yes. You can't have a little lazy lob, and you got to come meet it and expect to be hit right now.
Yes, no question.
And a lob it to Barhega, and they'll quickly foul him. So an opportunity for him, and 2-point lead for Osseo. Barhega will get the double bonus here. And bounces around and drops.
That's what it's up there for. Use all of it.
Key free throw here. It's a 3-point lead now. It can make it a 2-possession game if he can knock down another. No good that time. Eagles down 3, approaching 10 to go. See if they'll play it out. Chapman wants to pull the trigger. Chapman firing it up there. It's short, and they'll get another crack. That 3 won't go. Tip won't go, and that'll do it. Osseo hangs on for the win. And now we're having to get things separated a little bit here as the Osseo fans rushing the court and intermingling with the Eagles players, which you hate to see. Wow, what a heck of a ball game.
Yeah, what a great game. Great game. Two really good teams just playing at a high level. Yeah, you just hope that nobody does anything stupid here. And great game. Let's not spoil it.
Heck of opportunities late there for the Eagles. You knew Chapman was probably the guy that they would want to get a look at it there, and he was well defended. Or
he got a good look. I mean, that's a shot for him that he can obviously hit, and I'd want him taking that type of shot. And then they even got a second opportunity with Stewart getting the rebound and getting a good look. So
a nice win for Osseo, and Allie looks like she's all set with a couple of the Orioles senior guards.
Yeah, guys, I've got Tyrese Waits here and Bernardo Maria. Wow, I'm still trying to get my blood pressure down here. That was an absolute battle. What a fun game. First and foremost, what was this one like to play in?
It was fun. It was scary at some point, but it was mostly fun, though. It was mostly fun.
You know, you guys trailed most of this game, not by much, but most of this game. What did it take to battle back, come back, and get this home court W?
It took hard. We had to keep fighting. We couldn't lay back. At halftime, coach told us to keep fighting like it's 0-0. That's what we did.
Huge turning point, 6 minutes left, game is tied. You put up a three-pointer, it goes in, and you get fouled. Talk about that moment.
To be honest, I didn't know it was gonna go in. I just shot it.
You know, you guys have a huge win in this big upset, taking down the #1 team in Class 3A here in your home court. What does this win say about your team, Tyrese?
I feel like it says we're the top. We can compete with anybody in the state. That's what I feel like.
Congratulations on a great performance. We'll turn it over to Bernard. Huge upset. I want to ask you the same question. What was this one like to play in?
I felt like it was a great game, great environment. You know, we had a big crowd out here. You know, we played TG last week. You know, we lost to them, came short. But it feels great to get this one at home, you know, on to some big upcoming conference games against rivals.
What did your offense do to keep you guys in this all the way through and then really pull ahead in those final 6 minutes?
Well, we just talked about like how we got to space the floor a little bit because, you know, they're long and they're bigger than us. We just got to work our way, get open, just keep working the ball around, and then just hit a break when we can and get a bucket.
TG was hot on the bucket tonight. What did you guys do defensively down the stretch to lock them up to get this W?
Well, first half, you know, we were kind of in that 2-3 zone, you know, and like Tayson was just killing us, and we hit like 4 threes. And then second half, we just came out, you know, we're like, we got to play tougher, like man-to-man defense, you know. And the main focus was just like, you know, get the ball out of Tayson's hands and close out on shooters like Demarion and other guys on the team.
You mentioned it just 7 days ago. You lost to this team by 6 points. What was the big change between these two games? So you guys just took down one of the best teams in the entire state.
Yeah, I mean, like first game, you know, we had them early in the second half, and I just felt like we didn't close that game well. And then, you know, today Tyson talked about how we got to, you know, finish all games, play 2 halves, and put them together. And we're a pretty scary team to play against.
You guys played so hard. That was an unbelievable game to watch. Great job tonight, guys.
Thanks very much, Allie, and congratulations to the Orioles as they get a very nice win here. 67-64, 16 apiece for Amoria and Waits and 10 for Barhaga. And on the Eagles side, 26 for Chapman, 21 for Watson. Well, we hope you've enjoyed this one. And again, you can see the Orioles in action again Wednesday night here on CCX as they take on Maple Grove. For Bart Iniger, Allie Mosley, and all of our CCX crew, I'm Jay Wilcox. Good night from Osseo, where the Orioles win it 67-64.